Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirahet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. So we're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 29th chapter, titled as Explanation of Devotional Service by Kapiladev to Mata Devhuti. So Kapiladev is explaining to Mata Devhuti, Archadava Archayat Tavad Ishwaram Mam Swakarmakrat Yavan Naveda Swardi Sarva Bhuteshva Avastitam. Translation. You want to read translation? From this? Oh, it's not seen on the screen. How is that possible? Okay, let me change the display. So here, Kapila Dev is explaining to Mata Devhuti about Kapila Dev is incarnation of Lord Krishna himself. Lord Krishna came in multiple incarnations, and he came in the form of Kapila Dev, who is the son of Kardama Muni and Devahuti. Kardama Muni and Devahuti did great tapasya, and they wanted a son. But that son, they didn't want an ordinary child. They wanted God to be his son. So Krishna said, no problem, I'll come. Because when the devotee desires, Krishna comes. So Kapila Dev and Devahuti got a son. Sorry, Kardama Muni and Devahuti got a son whose name is Kapila Dev. Kapila Dev is saying here,
performing these prescribed duties, one should worship the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead until one realizes my presence in his own heart and in the hearts of other living entities as well.
So here Kapila Dev is saying, performing his prescribed duties, one should worship the deity of Supreme Lord until one realizes my presence in his own heart and in the heart of other living entities. So we're doing the deity worship, we are doing the worship of God in the temple, but at the same time, we also have to start realizing what? That Krishna is there in my heart, and Krishna is in your heart, Krishna is in your heart, Krishna is in everybody's heart. That we have to start realizing. You see, we should not criticize anybody. Criticism is the worst thing ever you can do, because Krishna will never happy. Why Krishna will never be happy?
The Krishna is situated in everybody's heart.
Because Krishna is there in your heart. So I'm criticizing you, so I'm criticizing Krishna actually. I'll never ever criticize anybody. We should be very respectful for everybody. Sometimes we get disturbed, but that's okay. But don't have to worry about it. Read.
Worship of the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is prescribed herewith even for persons who are simply discharging their prescribed duties. There are prescribed duties for the different social classes of men, the Brahmins, the Vaishyas, Kshatriyas, and the Shudras, and for the different ashramas, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas.
But we will wait here for. So here 4 varnas and 4 ashrams are described. 4 varnas are. What are the 4 varnas?
Brahman, Vaishya, Kshatriya,
ashramas, Brahmachari,
Vanaprastha, Sannyas.
So this is Varna Vyavastha. Varna Vyavastha is now no more exist. It's demolished completely. Because people misuse it, right? Like what is Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra? Brahmana, they thought that actually original Varna Vyavastha, do you know Varna Vyavastha? Caste system? People criticize India for caste system actually. They say, oh, India has casteism. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
It's bad, right? Yeah. Everybody thinks it's bad, right? But actually it's not. But people have misused it, so that's why it has become bad. What happened is that Brahmanas, they dominated. And they said, oh, Kshatriyas and Shudras, and they untouchable, something like that. So that type of Varna Vyavastha never existed before. Actually, original Varna Vyavastha, the Brahmanas were supposed to be the intelligent class who will give the knowledge. is like a head. Then Kshatriyas were the protective class, like arms, bhuja. Their duty was to protect the citizens. Then Vaishyas were the businessmen who were looking after the cows, farming. And then Shudras were the, what does Shudra mean? What do you understand by word Shudra?
One was working under some job. करते हो.
Some people think that Shudra means untouchables. It's not like that. Shudras are the people who help others to get the work done. Like Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, they need help. And who helps them? Shudras. Shudras is not like a fourth class. Shudras is a very important class, Actually, Shudras are like lotus feet of Krishna. भगवान के जो चरण है वो शूद्र है actually. So Shudras are very important part of the whole system. But then they say, oh, Brahmanas are very high, so everybody worship Brahmana. And then Brahmana think that everybody is lower. And then they also start thinking that by birth you become Brahmana. You're Brahmana? By birth, huh? You wear a thread. But actually it's not like that. My son, even he is born in a doctor's family. Can he be a doctor? No, he has to have qualification of a doctor, right?
Study.
He has to study, right? Similarly, Brahmana's son cannot be a Brahmana. Actually, Brahmana is by quality, not by birth. But now, if your last name is Pandya, means you're Brahmana. Is that right? You're Meet Pandya, right? Like that. But it's not like that. You're eligible to become a Brahmana, but you need to have a quality of a Brahmana. If somebody is born in a Brahman family but eating fish, is he a Brahmana? He's drinking alcohol. He's wearing a janai and wearing alcohol and drinking alcohol. He's not a Brahmana. So Brahmana is by quality, not by birth. But then in India that is still exist. It is not good. That is why Varna Vyavastha is destroyed completely. Because everybody thinks that they are Brahmana means higher. They think like that. It's not like that. Brahmana is also important part of the society. Brahmana is as important as Shudras, and Shudra is as important as Brahmana. Because if there is no Shudra, Brahmana cannot work. Nowadays, also we have a Varna Vyavastha in our society, but in a different heading. Like say there is a doctor, and there is an engineer, then there is a lawyer, then there is different sections of societies. So that is also Varna Vyavastha, but that is according to what?
Society.
According to work, no? Doctor, lawyer, engineer is a new Vyavastha, new system. It's a new Varna Vyavastha. But that is also according to work only. It is not according to the birth. Is that right? Like some are politicians. So their work is political. They are not like, it's not that you are born in a political family, so you become a politician. You need to have that qualifications also, right? So like that. So everything is by what?
By work.
By qualifications, by work, by qualities. And then there are 4 ashramas like Brahmachari ashram, Gruhastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyas. So Brahmachari means up to the age 25. What is the role of Brahmachari? To study. Then Grihastha is from 25 to 50. Then Vanaprastha 50 to 75. And then Sannyas is 75 onwards. But nowadays nobody takes sannyas actually. Sannyas is forbidden in Kali Yuga. Because people can't maintain the rules and regulations of sannyas. It's very difficult ashram. Sannyasa ashram. So after age of say 70 or so, you give up the family. And you give up all the relations and dedicate whole your life for preaching of or service of Krishna.
70 तक लेकिन होते ही इतने हैं आजकल कम.
Yeah, also like you can take sannyas at any stage, it is not required. But actually in Kali Yuga, sannyas is forbidden. It's very dangerous.
By people or?
By Shastra also.
Shastra
But Srila Prabhupada was merciful, gave sannyas to so many people. But it's very hard to maintain sannyas ashram because sannyas ashram has a lot of rules and regulations. You cannot see the like anything which is materialistic things. You have to avoid all the things, relationship. You cannot meet your own family members. You have to stay away from the family. It's a very hard and fast rules and regulations. Then you have to live very simple life, sleep on the ground, on the floor. Then very simple living. No fancy clothes, no fancy things. It has to be very austere life. Sannyasi is austere life. So it's very difficult. Sannyas ashram is not easy. But brahmachari's role is to study, education. And then grihastha to look after the family. And vanaprastha after 50, we have 51, 52, 51. One means forest actually. हिंदी में भी 51 कहते हैं ना, 51, 52. So one means you husband and wife, they travel for the holy places. They go to the different places and take the darshan and meet the great saintly people.
Brahmacharya means to get education.
Education.
And Grihastha means
Grihastha is the married life. So after 25, then you're allowed to marry. Then you have a family, wife, children, whatever it is, and look after the responsibility of the family. And then when children grow up, then husband and wife, they go for the pilgrimage. They travel. And then at certain stage, then the children are self-sufficient. Then the wife is taken care by the son or a daughter, whatever it is. And then the male member will take sannyas. He will dedicate his entire life for service of Krishna. So like that. So here,
people used to do it in the early times.
in the olden days, yes, but nowadays, Kali Yuga, very difficult. But yes, like, see, Pandavas, they took sannyas. They went to exile. So when Pandavas, after the Mahabharat war, Mahabharat war, right? So Yudhishthir Maharaj was coronated as the king, and then when Parikshit Maharaj, whose grandson, was eligible to become the king, then all the Pandavas retire. They gave up the royal status and they go to Himalayas, northern part, like Badrikashram. You know Badrikashram? Badrinath, there is a ramp which takes you to the Pandavas, Swargarohini is called. That is where they walk. They give up their whole comfort zone and they go to the Himalayas, like that. So this was, but in Kali Yuga, then slowly, steadily, people, they move, they get attached, right? So it's very difficult. Very difficult to give up the family comforts for everybody. So here, Srila Prabhupada is saying, can you read? Meet? One should
worship the deity of the Lord until one appreciates the presence of the Lord in every living entity. In other words, one should not be satisfied simply by discharging his duties properly. He must realize his relationship and relationship of all other living entities with Supreme Personality of God. If he does not understand this, then even though he discharges his prescribed duties properly, it is to be understood that he is simply laboring without profit.
Laboring without profit means it's called useless things, right? So if somebody is doing his brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, or whatever the dharma he has to do, varna, ashrama, but then if he does not understand, realize his relationship with Krishna, you might be doing all your things, but if you do not realize your relationship with Krishna, then it's called Shrama Evahi Kevalam. What is that? Shrama Evahi Kevalam means? What does that mean? Shrama Evahi Kevalam. Means you are working but without, it's useless. It says that he's simply laboring without profit. You're working but it's like a, हमारे गुजराती में कहते हैं गद्दा मजूरी, donkey work. What is that donkey work means? Donkey is working very hard, but what he gets at the heart, India mein donkey, he carries the load of the stuff. But what does a donkey get? He gets just the
Well,
grass, right? Only he gets is the grass. He doesn't get anything else. But actually, grass is free of cost. He doesn't have to work hard. Is that right? But donkey works hard for the little grass, but the grass is free. Similarly, people are working hard, but if they don't get Krishna, then that is like useless. Get the point? It's a useless thing. So the word, you can read the word
the
swa.
word swakarmaka is the verse in the verse is very significant. Swakarmaka is one who engage in discharging his prescribed duties. It is not that one who has become a devotee of the Lord or who engage in devotional service should give up his prescribed duty. No one should be lazy under the play of devotional duties.
So here, sa karma krut. Everybody has to do their work. Ah, somebody may not say, "Oh, I have become a devotee, so I will not do any work." Ah, should not give up the duty. So if you are a doctor or engineer, whatever the duty you have done, or a father or a mother, you have to do your duty. One should not be lazy on the plea of devotional service. One has to execute the devotional service according to prescribed duty. What is prescribed duty? What is your prescribed duty? Myth. What is your prescribed duty?
Uh,
What is your duty at this time?
Studies and work.
As a brahmachari, you are in brahmachari ashram. Huh?
Mhm.
So your duty is to
Study and work.
study and work or study.
Both.
Is a brahmachari is supposed to study and work or study?
Just
So
study.
brahmachari is focusing on study, and then work is for the grihastha actually. You work for grihastha. But nowadays the Kali Yuga, everybody has to do exercise, 2, 3 exercise together, right? Jumbling. So many of the students have to work very hard. So then while working also, what is your main duty? Study actually. Some students, they do work all the time. They do 3 shifts. And when do they study? They have no times for study. So if you do not study now, then when will you study? Is that right? What is your age? 25?
22.
22. So once you become 32, will you study? You're not studying now, forget about 32. You won't study that time. So this is the time your focus should be on the education. You see, work is required, but that is not your focus. You get the point? You get your duty? What is your duty now?
Study.
Study. That is the main thing. You said study and work. Then you will work, which means that your work becomes the priority then, not the study. You understand? Is that right? Is that good? If you are in a school, your duty has to be mainly education rather than work. Work is secondary. But even if you do not get the work, you have to study. Study is compulsory. Work is optional. Is that right? Which is compulsory for you? Study or work? Study. You are here for study permit, right? But all the students, they misuse it. What is your primary duty? What is your prescribed duty?
Work right now.
Work?
I'm over.
You are working, right? So you're not studying. Your study is finished. Okay, then your duty is to work. So you do your job properly. But again, both of you, you're working or you're studying. If there is no Krishna, then you are useless labor. You study, and if you do not remember Krishna, then it is waste. And you work and you don't remember Krishna, then it is useless, right? So, Swakarma Krit means that one should discharge the duties prescribed for him without neglect, but at the same time, remember Krishna. That is very important part of the whole thing. You get the point? Huh? So here is the summary of the whole thing. You want to read the whole summary again? Performing.
Performing his prescribed duties, one should worship the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead until one realizes my presence in his own heart and in the heart of other living entities as well.
So can you summarize? What does it say? Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Like we should respect everybody, and
Uh-huh.
because Krishna is in everybody's heart,
Hmm.
and we should be kind towards each and every human
Mm-hmm.
living entity,
Mm-hmm.
towards animals, towards plants, towards human beings.
Very nice. But here, the main message of this shloka is one should perform the duty and worship Krishna. This is the main message. You see, here it says, what is that saying? Archadav arche tavad ishwaram mam swakarmakrat. So we have to worship Krishna at the same time you have to do your duty. Huh. You understand, right? Do you worship Krishna? How you can worship Krishna? So you can come take darshan, but also by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chanting is one of the main method by which you can worship Krishna. Actually, did you finish your chanting? You did?
Two right now.
Two
Evening
rounds.
or more, two more.
Acha, it's a very long day for you. Morning to evening to. Okay, good. So anyhow, so whatever you do, you must do your duties, but at the same time, worship of Krishna is very important. And also at the same time, realize that Krishna is in the heart of everybody. So then you said, as you rightly said, you have to respect everybody, but at the same time, perform your duties. Okay? Any questions or comments you have? No? You have any questions? Good, very good. Thank you so much. So now then we can do the japa then chanting. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining.